Currently, I'm actually doing monk mode. Now, monk mode is essential to my life because it's a few non-negotiables that I believe bring balance to my life. Focus, growth, and self-development. Now, a few of the non-negotiables that I do throughout the day in monk mode: 10 minutes of meditation, which allows me to focus better when I'm in sales calls or when I'm doing Outlook or when I'm doing anything entrepreneurship, business related. 30 minutes of exercise. Usually I do 5 days at the gym, and I do about 2 days running, jogging, walking, doing anything. I'm reading a book, whether it's 10 pages. I have read this book quite a bit, but I'm getting through it again because this is one of my favorite books, and obviously I like to go through all my books and I like to highlight all the key parts are essential to me and what I think is important. Similar to that, set a lot of my goals based on action. So when I am in monk mode, I'm usually just focused on my goals. Like, I don't do a lot of things that would distract me away from my goals. So I think that's one of the essential things that I feel is really important when you really want to establish a good framework when it comes to being a good salesman, being a good business person, and being able to do a lot of outreach and make those connections. So this is kind of more the start of my journey. I just wanted to share it with you guys.
Right, it's just base, core tight, push, and back down.
Yeah. This is a pretty good exercise. I feel like for mid-arm, shoulders,
your deltoids. Yeah. Give another push. Yeah, you got it. Come on. So kettlebell back row.
I like that you can feel this specific part of your back when you're doing these.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second, 2 second hold, 1 second. Okay, so 1 second up, 2 second hold.
And then 3 seconds
okay.
down. Yep. You can count in your head if you like to. Here you go. 1, 2. It's just pretty much just lift my hips up. Here, I'm in position already. And then I'm just going straight down and back up. There you go. There you go. Use momentum. Back up. Nice. 3 more. There you go. Perfect. Nice. So what's new with you? Where are you trying to take this whole fitness journey for yourself? Like, what's your goal?
I think for me, my fitness goal right now would probably be in the position where I can still be athletic in terms of like running, probably eventually fighting, some type of physical fighting, running, but while I'm still maintaining muscle weight, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to be like just full on like in the gym, just be like super buff, but I want to have a athletic physique to where I'm still muscular, but I'm still able to do sports and train. Because I do eventually want to do like kickboxing, and I want to run a marathon. I want to do all those things. So I feel like it'd be nice if I could be like a well-rounded athlete, but still have muscle. So that would be the goal. To keep it short of my purpose, it's to be the best possible man I can be for myself, my family, and everybody around me.
Yeah.
And I think me going into entrepreneurship and having my own business can only benefit me and help me grow as a man. And honestly, honor, I know a lot of people don't think about this, but I would say honor my family name in terms of like people being, in terms of my mom and dad being proud of me, and other people acknowledging that my mom and dad are like, have done a good job raising me as I'm honoring my last name. So I think that would be like my purpose and my goal in life. I know that sounds crazy and it's deep, but like I've really sat down, journaled, and thought about it, and that would be my purpose.
Yeah, that's how it's gotta be, bro. You gotta tie an emotional sense to it, and family is probably the strongest one.
Yeah, timing. I mean, family really is, because in all honesty, I would not be where I am without my family. And
I feel that.
that was tough, but I like it, because now I'm gonna add that to my workouts.
There you go.
Now I learned something new today, which is great.
I think it started because when I joined the run club last year.
Yeah.
I just went in there just to run and just get my workout in. I didn't really think about growing a community or anything like that until people started kind of reaching out to me for advice and help, because they seen, like, obviously I was one of the fast runners.
Yeah.
So I started helping people, and then marathon was coming around, and I'm a big fan of speed work when it comes to marathon training.
Yeah.
And just told my buddy, hey, let's go work out on the track.
Not at all, bro. I think sometimes it's just... Yeah. We just got done doing a little jog to the park.
And I just want to know, for those of you who don't know, Angel is actually a coach and he does a lot of running. So I wanted to ask, how do you feel you have progressed in terms of your running from day one compared to how it is now?
From my progress from being the subject of me using my own self as a test subject to go run, now I feel like I'm able to share all the lessons and experience that I've gotten from myself doing the running. So I feel like I'm in a position right now where I can give back at the end of the day, you know, be able to educate, be able to teach, be able to guide, most importantly.
So for 2025, do you have any like goals or something that's really important to you that you're working towards, bro?
Outside of like the track thing,
Yeah, outside of, because I know that's your main thing right now, but you have any personal goals?
personal goals, man. I think it's just mainly I think with everybody just focus on financial stability and be able to just provide for yourself and family. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So whether it's working multiple jobs or whether it's having like just like a little side hustle or something, like that's one thing I'm working on right now is just financial stability, so I can be able to support my people. What about you? Same thing?
Same thing for what?
I feel like financial stability should be a pillar to everybody's life.
No, I do agree, and I feel like financial stability was, I think early on, especially like when I was in college, like I always felt like I wanted to do something different compared to other people. I just didn't know kind of like what that tied into, but I always knew like filmmaking and camera work was something that I was passionate about, interested in. But I just knew that that wouldn't be what would provide that financial stability, obviously, due to like connections and things of that sort. But I always was intrigued with business, so I decided, I'm like, if there was a way that I would be able to combine sales, business, and content creation, it'd be kind of perfect for me to create my own brand, like make content, really focus on being well-rounded in terms of like being in shape, making good content, inspiring people, still helping others even while you're making money. So that's why I really like sales right now. So I would say financial stability is a really big goal, and obviously like just staying in better shape, like at least hitting the gym 5 times a week, challenging myself, always changing it up. I do want to get into running, as you know, so it was cool to like go on track day jog with you, talk about training. So I would say those are like the 3 pillars that I'm really focused on right now. But a lot of it right now is business. Like it's really business heavy. A lot of it is just like working from home and just being on my computer all day and grinding out, talking to clients.
Where do you see yourself like in 2 years?
Where do I see myself in 2 years? Oh, it's tough, dude. I see myself not being happy. I see myself being fulfilled. I see myself being still a good man who's still respectful to everybody, but I see myself having more boundaries. I see myself creating my own brand, being a business, like growing my YouTube, obviously. And I see myself, going out and living my dream life. It'd be sales, my own business, and YouTube. I think that's what it would be. What about you? Where do you see yourself in 2 years?
2 years, man. Like I really came from my home gym. I think in 2 years I want to have my own facility.
Yeah. Nah, you have a good setup for a home gym, bro. You can really get a lot done.
Yeah.
In that sense. So it's not too bad.
Yes.
So you want to have your own facility?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to have like a hub spot where people can come get their weight training in.
Yeah.
So, and then track days. So it goes hand in hand. So we can pretty much like, when you see college athletes, bro, they have their facility, then they go to practice, then they go to competition. Kind of want to build something similar to that.
Yeah.
The culture.
Oh, that's cool, bro.
So in 2 years, it's gonna happen.
It's like high risk, high reward, bro. I mean, the risk isn't high right now, but like just putting yourself out there itself is tough to do, bro. Especially like I know you, like you're more quiet.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
like a little more to yourself, and even me, like I've had to work through like being more of a communicator and trying to connect with more people. But I think that's like a really big part of growing, especially as a guy, bro. Like it's tough sometimes.
Yeah, man. And you know what they say too, bro? Like when you're growing and when you're doing good for yourself, people look up to you, right? In a sense, for lack of better words, people look up to you.
No, that's true.
But at the same time, they're gonna try to drag you down too. It's like when they say, they see somebody winning, you're gonna have your haters. So it's kind of like,
no, it's true.
things could go good, but also things can go bad. The main thing is just don't even pay attention to those type of distractions.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's true, bro.